We are strapped on. Wait, did that sound weird? We are strapped in to have a great day. This is a gold tip warrior, tested last week to be a pretty good flying arrow for the price point, $65 a dozen. And this is a RIP TKO, and we strapped on some broadheads this week. Now, last week in the middle of my testing, we asked our bow Yoda, Josh Jones, what he thought about budget arrows, and he said,
the place where you'll really see high quality differences in arrows is traditionally when you start to shoot fixed blade broadheads, honestly. Mechanicals, you won't see it as much, and you can still get really good results. It's just at distance you will really see a noticeable difference when you pay for quality.
So I set out this week to test at long range. Right down here we have a target at 100 yards. Budget arrows with broadheads versus high-end arrows with broadheads. Let's get right into it. By the way, our test broadhead of choice is the Grim Reaper Micro Hades in 125 grains. I did a little broadhead shopping. Grabbed a couple fresh 3-packs off the shelf, ripped them open, and spin tested the arrows. Everything was spinning clean and back to the range. This is just a good out-of-the-box broadhead. A lot of animals have fallen to this. Traditionally has flown really well for me. So let's check it out. Let me be real with you guys today. It is hotter than a biscuit here. It's hotter than a biscuit, so if I look like I'm sweating like a pig, I probably am. 100 yards, broadhead test. RIP TKO's up first, Warrior's next. I'm usually pretty even Steven as far as who I'm rooting for, but today I gotta admit, I'm rooting for the underdog. I'm rooting for the budget arrow. There's nothing much sweeter than proving my good friend Josh Jones wrong, so we're gonna see what we can do. Try to shoot some good arrows and see where we end up. Felt pretty good. When you see someone shooting a long distance on the internet, I can't speak for everybody, but I want to speak for myself. Shooting long range is a really good way to test your equipment. The smallest things show up greater margin at longer distance, and it's fun. How far should you shoot when you're hunting? Well, that's totally up to you. That's totally situational and dependent on your skill level and where you're at. And the more you practice and get comfortable in uncomfortable situations, the further you'll probably be able to shoot. I'm not here to tell you how far you should shoot. Don't be intimidated to shoot long range. It's really good testing. It will bolster your confidence the more you practice. It's a great way to check out your gear, test your gear, see what you got. Throw up a big ass target, hay bales, whatever. Shoot somewhere safe and send it from deep. It's fun. That's a good shot. And to add to that, when you get to the phase which you're shooting broadheads, it definitely helps to expose errors. Some arrow broadhead setups just won't fly as well as your field points or other potential broadheads. One easy way to see that is to shoot them downrange. Make sure you do your broadhead tuning, do your due diligence. But then when you get to it, you can shoot them side by side, and some broadheads will flat out group better than others. And I don't know if that's because they're made to tighter specs. There's definitely some flight profile stuff that seems to help. But at the end of the day, it's kind of up to us or to you to shoot them and really figure that out, especially if you're going to consider shooting something from a little longer range. Shooting in the wind can definitely challenge your shot process because no matter what, your pin's going to float more. For me, the only thing that's ever really helped, like it steadied my pin up, is to really feel like I'm firm in my front hand, and that seems to steady up a little bit. We got 2 more, and we'll go check out the first round. The camera never usually does wind justice, but can you see the flow blowing right now? It's blowing pretty good. I don't know how much longer the flow is going to make it. Hot weather is challenging for me, and having more hair on my head doesn't help. So if I show up with a mullet or something like that soon, the hot weather got to me. I was actually thinking going into this, if I kept them all inside the circle, that was pretty good from this distance in the wind. And I think they are. I'm happy with that. You know, when you're shooting on camera, and a lot of times when I'm shooting it is on camera, you just want to do a good job. Just good for me, right? Like representative of how I can shoot. Get a good fair test out of this. Let's see what we got. So that is 2 9s. So we got 2 9s, 18, 3 8s, 24, makes 42, and 6 makes 48. So 48, that's, yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get 4 more good ones, and we'll have ourselves a score. That was kind of weird. Just for curiosity's sake, I'm wondering what broadheads you're thinking about for this year. Last year, I used the Micro Hades, shot through a mule deer, 52 yards, went through. I didn't get a ton of blood, but traditionally those broadheads have flown super true for me. Shot a bear in the spring with a micro hybrid from Grim Reaper. Left a big hole, kind of they're real big, wide cutting diameter, and I wouldn't want to shoot them from 100 yards. They probably wouldn't fly that well. They kind of got an odd shape to them. And then I shot my whitetail in the fall with a Carna 4. Left a really big gash. Got through it both sides. But again, that like profile probably isn't the best for long range. I don't know, man. Broadheads are kind of a hot topic, and I'm just curious what y'all are thinking about. That felt good. Arrow number 9. Let's get it. I got gusted a little bit. Final arrow, RIP TKO, long range broadhead arrow test. Felt pretty good. All in all, I'd say I was pretty pleased with those shots in the wind. We're rounding the 4th of July. Hopefully you got your bow picked out for sure. Got some broadhead slapped on soon, broadhead tuned soon, and just building confidence going into season. Okay, that is 2 9s. 2 9s, 18, 26, plus 7, 33. First round was 6 arrows, second round was 4 arrows. Coming up right next, gold tip warriors. Do budget arrows fly as well as high-end arrows for an average Joe like myself? I'm excited. Now the fun part. We're going to shoot the gold tip warriors. I'm absolutely roasting my beans off out here. It's definitely a leave here and go to the river kind of day. On that note, subscribe to the channel for me being out here roasting my beans off. It really does help. It just helps, man. I appreciate that. So let's dial it in. Gold tip warrior. Let's make some strong shots. Not bad. Let's rein it in. Some of you that live down south, Florida, Texas, Nevada, Arizona, probably laughing, but dude, I grew up in upper Michigan. We had like 3 months of summer out of the year, so I think I'm kind of built for the cold, not the warm. 3 months of summer would have been a good year. That felt really good. I kind of have that yellow circle surrounded. I don't know, the last couple hit a little left. What felt like was a pretty good shot. I don't know if that's wind or me or... That one definitely broke a little more right. Hit a little more right. Let's finish it off with a 10. X'd up, double cheeked up, center, center. Oh, that felt good. Let's go check it out. Looks okay, good, not great. Yeah, and I do have one, 2. Golly. Okay, I was hoping to keep them all on the pie face today, but I guess I had 2 get away from me. That's 9, 8 is 17, 2 7s is 31, 2 5s is 41. So we're down 7 after the first round. Who doesn't like a come from behind though? Just a little high right. Difference between red and yellow adds up though. I like that shot though. It's partly all you can do when you're shooting a bow, right? Is just make the best shot you can, and sometimes the arrow doesn't always end up where you want it. That felt really good too. Let's go. 2 more good strong shots. Gold Tip Warrior, final shot, grand finale. Let's go. Not bad, not bad. Let's go check these arrows. A little honest report from how I shot today. I felt like I shot, you know, kind of middle of the road. Not above average, not below. I think we got a pretty fair test out of this. So that's 8, 7, 7 is 22, 6 is 28. 69. How'd that happen? Pretty interesting day. I gotta say I was rooting for these things. It would have been pretty cool if they did win, and I thought, nah, we're gonna strap on broadheads and we're gonna see pretty similar results. I think what we saw was enough difference to recognize a couple things. When you're starting to spend more money, typically you're paying for tolerance as well. The arrows are just made at a tighter tolerance. Everything is to spec a lot cleaner, tighter. At least that's what it should be, and I think that's what we saw today. Now, I wouldn't give up on these things. If you're a person who wanted to buy them at a budget, I think what you might end up doing is maybe you buy 24 and you end up with 20 really good ones. I would definitely take it to the 9s, build everything, square everything, put a little number on every arrow, and see if there's a couple flyers in the group, and if they're flying, maybe twist the knock, and do whatever you can do to get your gear to shoot. I think my big takeaway from this is test your gear. Test your gear, test your setups. Maybe you've shot the same arrow for 10 years and that arrow's worked, but you don't know if you could potentially shoot 50% better at 100 yards with a different arrow. You don't know unless you try it. Don't knock it until you knock it and you do try it. Anyway, I'm signing off today. My beans are fully sweated out. I'm going to jump in the river. Subscribe to the channel. That stuff does really help more than you know. And I will catch you back for the next one.